middle of making sushi and I thought I'd come on real quick and show you just how simple and easy it is to do. Daniel and I really enjoy the sushi bites late in the afternoon, a couple of hours before we eat our dinner. And in our home, we like filling it with all different kinds of veggies, but you can be as creative as you want. So one of the steps is prepping the veggies. So I take, for carrots, to get those nice uniform matchstick sizes, I use my rapid prep mandolin because it's so quick and simple. I cut the carrot in about this length. I place it in here, turn it onto the matchstick setting and number 8 level of thickness, and then it's super easy. You can see how quickly it turns it into matchsticks. Like slicing my tofu evenly or my peppers. I cut it the thickness I want. I put it in the simple slicer and I just do that. And now all of my pieces are an even slice like that is cooked. A lot of people suggest that you need a sushi rice, but since that's white, we prefer to use the short grain brown rice. And that cooks up so easily in my multi-cooker. What I do when I'm using brown rice is to add a little bit more water when I'm cooking with it, because that helps it be a little bit more sticky. And so one of the things we're going to use is our easy roll maker from Pampered Chef. And it is just a simple way to get really uniform rolls into your nori. It comes with this. It comes with this plunger and an end cap. The first thing you're going to want to do is just do a really light oiling of the inside so that the rice rolls come out easily, and you'll see what I mean in just a minute. It's just, this rice is just going to go in here, and you're going to fill it so that it goes all the way across both of the channels here. You don't want to pack it too full because you have to remember that the ingredients are also going to go in here. So I have it filled about like that. We now take this piece, the plunger piece, and I am going to just set it right here and press down. And you will see that it's made those indentations in the middle of the rice. Now I can take whatever I want and put it in the center. I'm going to put in some carrots that I cut with that rapid prep mandolin. I'm going to put in some peppers that I cut with the easy slicer. And we really like adding tofu. So once you have this loaded, you're going to put this plunger with the flat part into the roller maker, just pulled to the end. And then you're going to do this real quick motion of closing this up and then snapping it closed and putting the end piece on. So now you have it all loaded. You're going to twist this, and what you're doing is compressing the roll here. The first little bit until the screw part of the plunger is twisted down goes a little bit slower, but once that part's been reached, it can just be pushed, and it's going to just create this nice compact roll. And then what you're going to need is some nori. And nori is just seaweed. That is what a lot of traditional sushi is made in. And you'll notice a longer edge and a shorter edge. I'm going to push the roll onto the shorter edge side, so I'll take off the end cap. And now I am just going to push this out, and you'll see it coming out as a solid compressed cylinder. And then I start to roll that, and I'm just going to dip my fingers in some warmer water and just wet down this part here, and then just keep rolling it. And then I'm going to take a little bit more water just to seal that seam. And then I'm going to put that sealed end downward. And I'm going to take a knife, and I like using a serrated knife. It could be a tomato knife. This happens to be a bread knife, but it'll work just as well. And then I'm going to go, the easiest is cutting it in half first. Once I get through that soft nori, then I just push down and do a clean cut through. Next, I will cut this half in a half again. Doesn't that look beautiful? And it's so neat, and it, like Daniel says, it looks professional. And you can really put anything that you want into these rolls. That's the beauty of it. So I invite you and encourage you to just play with ingredients that you love. And that is so good.